Is this mic on? Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is a sound check. This is your brother from another level one. Like a new series, think it's hotter than the sun. Dropping new bands that you never heard before. Seeing this again, and we'll play it all around the world. Lots of hits on the track, they don't like to shout. Grab a pocket from the party and we'll shut them down. Independent radio, it's the future now. Turn it up, tell my friend, it's showtime.
Welcome back to the Moose Pit here in Oklahoma City. Moose with you. Little congested today, man. This fall weather is trying to kill me. I've got a bunch of allergy drugs in me. So, yeah, just I apologize for the stuffiness. Welcome to Soundcheck, and here at the Moose Pit, at multi-name studio. It's been called a lot of things. A lot of things I can't actually say on the air it's been called, along with myself. Yeah. So, by the way, real quick, just to get this out of the way, we're going to be bringing you guys a special offer from mybookie.ag a little bit later in the show. It's awesome, man. It's a way to make money with sports. It's the second best thing to making money by being a porn star. If I could make money doing this, that'd be pretty good too. But I'm not. So yeah. Anyway, so we're going to have that. Also, a ton of amazing music. A lot of great things going on. I know that Vegas is on a lot of people's minds right now, and I'm not one to get into that stuff, but please do us all a favor. If you're going to post something on Facebook, if you're going to post something on social media, be part of the solution, not part of the problem. You know what I mean? Just do something. Tell people where they can donate money. Tell people where they can donate blood. Tell people how they can help families. Yada yada yada. Don't get on there and just post a picture of Las Vegas. It's a waste of time. It's be a part of the solution. So I don't know. I really am not one to get into these kind of things. It's just I don't like to use that stuff for, like, Hillary Clinton, was using it for her own personal gain. Politicians are using it for their personal gain. I don't want any personal gain off of somebody's death. Just not interested. So that's why I don't talk about these things much. So, but I am saying we have heavy hearts. It's a bad deal. So we're going to move on and get away from that and get into some amazing metal, brand new from my good friends and Axemaster. Haven't heard this yet. If you've never listened to the show, this is where I hear songs for the very first time. Never heard of them before. Never heard of the songs. I know some of the bands maybe, but never heard the song. I'm going to give my opinion on it. That's why we call it Soundcheck. We're going to rate the song in tacos, and we're going to have a lot of fun. You and me, a bunch of bands, and somebody's going to end up naked. It's a guarantee. Axemaster on Soundcheck.
Precision guided, targeted pain.
Text in your request to the Soundcheck Taco Line 424-666-7356.
It is true. We do have a phone number you can call. You can make requests. You can make comments. You can call and say something crazy. I'm just going to let you know now, though, you're probably going to end up on the air. So if you call and leave a voicemail, we'll probably put you on the air. And you can say anything you want. It's non-FCC regulated, so go crazy with it. But it's a good way to promote your band. You know what? If you're in a band and you call the number and you say, hey, man, my name is Jack, and I play with Jack and the Skellingtons or whatever, yada, yada, yada. And you're listening to Soundcheck. A lot of people are going to go, oh, who's that? And what band is that? They're going to go look you up on Facebook or Reverb Nation. It's called promotion, baby. That's what we do. We've been doing this whole networking gig since 2014. And that's really what this is a big network. People that think that this is a job for me, it's not. People who think that I'm making money at this, I don't. I do this for the bands and for people out there looking for new music and to stick my middle finger straight in the face of Big Rock Radio. That's why I do this, because Big Rock Radio doesn't pay attention to or give a damn about unsigned bands, and I do. So I do this, and we give you guys opportunities to promote yourself, even by calling the taco line, which is called the taco line because we rate things in tacos. Here's the deal about Axmaster. I don't really have anything to say about them that I haven't already said. They are classic. They do it. They do it the best way. They do it. There's just no frills. It's great. It's good standard metal. I mean, it doesn't blow your mind, but you're like, this is a band that sounds like it's been playing for 30 years, which I think they have. And they're good at what they do. So it's a 5 taco rating all the time for me with Axmaster. They just do it, and they do it good, and there's no apology in it. It's just, here it is, and you can dig it. If you don't dig it, that's okay. Go somewhere else. We're Axmaster, and we kick ass. I love the music. It's just solid. It feels good. It feels normal. This next band is, I can't pronounce her name, so the song is called "Upon This Altar." Ooh, that sounds fun.
You're listening to Soundcheck with the Moose.
Oklahoma.
I got to tell you, for me personally, that was a whole lot of really boring on top of a pretty much stolen Slayer riff. Ace Phalanx is the name of the band. I just don't understand. Anyway, yeah, it just didn't do anything for me. I'm going to give that a taco shell. That's less than a full taco. That is rehash to the ninth power boring. And I think, and I'm not trying to really be mean to the band when I say this, because it's not just Ace Phalanx that does this, but bands that put out music like that, to me, really hurt the metal scene, because it gives so much power to those people who say, oh, it all sounds the same, it's just the same crap over and over again. Well, that kind of was the same crap over and over again. So it to me, it hurts the scene. It hurts. I don't think that they're doing it intentionally to hurt the scene. You know what I mean? But it, as a whole, if you play that to somebody who's not into metal, they're going to be like, yeah, I've heard that before. Growly with that same riff, and that kind of guitar solo, and it doesn't help anything. That's why I like it when bands, like I said, I've said it a million times, I'll say it again, if you want to do something that sounds like somebody, do it better or make it your own. You know what I mean? And that to me was literally a Slayer riff with just boring-esque vocals, Cookie Monster vocal. So yeah, man, I'm not really interested in wearing that shirt or giving them any of my tacos, damn it, because I'm saving the tacos for the bands that are doing stuff that can be appreciated, and that to me just wasn't it. Coming up next is a band called Daydream 11. Weird. But Daydream 11 with a song called Trust Forged Knife, which, I'm not sure what that is, but it sounded very, very metal when I picked it. So we're going to go for that at Soundcheck, coming to you from the Moose Pit in OKC. This is Moose on Soundcheck. Here we go.
Text in your request to the Soundcheck Taco line, 424-666-7356.
Hey, rock fans, this is T-Sing
And those Lopez
and Joe Sanchez, and we're from
Drama Queen.
You're listening to the Metal Moose Radio Show where
Oklahoma rocks.
Thanks to the guys at Drama Queen for busting out that radio ID for me. See, that's what I was talking about earlier. They just called the line, or did they send that to me? One of the two. You can just record one and send it. Either way, man. It's a great promotion for the band. And Drama Queen, good band. They don't need any promotion from me. They got what they got, and they're good. So, listen, that song with Daydream 11, here's the deal with that. So, it's one of my big pet peeves on this show to not just say, well, that sounded like blah, blah, blah. And I try really hard to give constructive criticism. And that was a really, really damn good song. Loved the prog element, the keyboard, amazing. Production was fantastic. I thought the song was easily 4 tacos. Very, very well done. Then on the other hand, I do want to say it's going to be hard for me as a music fan listening to one song to get past how much it sounded like Dream Theater. So I'm going to have to listen to more songs on that album, which, like, that could be a pro and a con. You know, maybe somebody hears that on the radio and says, man, that band sounded like Dream Theater. I like Dream Theater. I'm going to go listen to more of their music. Or they're going to say, you know, they sound like Dream Theater. I've heard Dream Theater before. I don't know if I want to listen to any more of that, which I think would be a mistake, because I think that there's obviously some elements in there that make it worthy. It was well thought out music. That's one big deal. I love music that has thought process in it, as opposed to just some banged out tune, which, you know, we all get that sometimes. So anyway, I liked it. Yeah, like I said, easily a 4 taco, which means I'm just saving 1 taco for myself, because it's a 4 out of 5 taco rating. Very nice. I'm a fan. I liked it. So those of you out there that heard that and just went, these guys are just clones, don't be fooled by that, because sometimes one song on the album is just not a fair assessment of everything that's on an album. Trust me on that. I mean, how many albums have you bought in your lifetime that have 3 good songs on them? You know what I mean? So don't push this band away just because you feel like they sounded too much like DT or anything like that. Because I'm not going to, because I want to hear more, because it was good. Coming up next is a band called Dream Shift. Yeah, we're going to get into this on Soundcheck right now.
Where you get rated in tacos, only on Soundcheck.
Right now, there's somebody who just listened to that song and went, what an absolute waste of my time. What an absolute barrage of noise. And I want my 4 minutes and 21 seconds back. But I am the complete opposite end of the spectrum. That song, and you I don't know, man. If you're like me, you kind of look for that in songs, and that is that transcendence to another emotion. That was a deep, super sorrowful, almost a cemetery kind of sad, bleak thing. And there are people out there, like I said, like me, that search for that music, and it's one of the reasons why I love The Cure. It's one of the reasons why Orion by Metallica is, I think, one of the greatest instrumentals ever. It's why I like bands like Grade. That ability to, who's really, really good at it, that a lot of people I don't think pay enough attention to. The greatest aspect to me of Black Sabbath was able to take just bleak depression and turn these monster tunes, a song like Solitude, or even Lord of This World, or it just they were good at it. And I think that is like one of those really awesome things you can have as a band, is to be able to take people places with your music and take something sad like that and make it enjoyable. So I loved that. I totally would give that 5 stars. 5 stars, absolutely. Coming up now, Groundkeeper versus Gopher is the name of the song. We all know what that's about, and I love it. Let's hear it.
You are listening to the Metal Moose.
The Moose Rocks Canada.
Bionatops there on Soundcheck. So listen, if you're, maybe 30 or under, and you do not understand the title Groundhog versus the Groundkeeper. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to get on your mobile device because, you know, you can't go to Blockbuster anymore. Get on Netflix or Amazon Prime and look up a movie called Caddyshack with Bill Murray and Rodney Dangerfield. I don't know if you maybe you heard your parents talk about it or something, but you need to watch it. It's one of the greatest movies of all time, and you're going to understand the meaning of Groundhog versus Groundkeeper. So listen, was that like mind-blowing? No, not at all. First of all, you get 3 tacos right off the bat just because it's a Caddyshack reference. So you already got 3 tacos. It had that kind of Primus feel to it, that little bit of, really weirdness to it. So, and it's an unfair song to judge what the band sounds like, because I don't know if you guys know, if you're new to the show, I should tell you this. I just pick these songs. These bands send the albums over, and there's 10 songs on there or whatever, and I just pick one. And I thought that's a great title. I'm going to play that on the show. I don't listen to it. I just pick it, and then I'll listen to it and say what I think on the show. So I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. But I'll go back and listen to them because I have a feeling that that's probably not what they sound like generally, So we'll go back and listen to that. But it's 3 tacos just because of the name. And I would wear a shirt because I could tell people, buy on the top, save a song that's called Groundhog versus Groundkeeper. And if they got it, I would be so happy. I'd be like, you understand the reference. You're my new friend. So if you don't know what that is and you don't have time to get on Netflix because your parents locked your account or whatever, just ask them. Say, do you know anything about Bill Murray and a groundhog? And they'll tell you. And it's part of becoming a good human being, knowing about that. And it's got Chevy Chase and Dangerfield, and yeah, man, it's you need to see it. It's just, man. And then there's the Baby Ruth in the pool. I mean, it's part of being a good human. Watch Caddyshack as soon as you can. It's a great movie. I don't even know what's coming up next because I've been talking this whole time, but I'll tell you after we play it. This is Soundcheck with the Moose.
Text in your request to the Soundcheck Taco Line, 424-666-7356.
alone, you must find yourself again and make some peace with yourself. Sun starts to fade, the clouds roll on air. You'll find yourself stuck in the deepest hole you've ever been in, and you can't seem to break free. Rain follows suit, snake disappears. Have lost all will to survive in this wicked world where you once felt alive. A suffocated pain that you can't explain. A shadow approaches you, makes you an offer that you can't refuse, that you can't refuse. You sold your soul at the back of the beyond. You sold your soul at the back of the beyond. To make peace with yourself, you must take that trail to find yourself and redefine yourself. A new life is born under contract. The old self has lost all contact. Follow me. This will hurt. Step of the end. New is awaiting you. You sold your soul at the back of the beyond. You sold your soul at the back of the beyond. Reborn, couldn't win this game. Eternally, you are mine. Follow the path I create. Watch my every move. I am your God.
Adrift for Days, taking us on a little trip through time and space. Really, I think that for me, and I was talking earlier about liking, the sad, depressing kind of stuff. In order to make something mellow like that and make it interesting enough to keep listening to is also a really gift. I mean, especially I think in metal land, when the majority of the music is aggressive and angry and fast and just when you're a hard rock band, and you can put out stuff like that takes you, on that head trip kind of a deal. So pretty cool. I really liked it. It was it harkens a lot of Pink Floyd, you know what I mean? Personally. But that's somebody who, I think is a good person to, good band to emulate a little bit. And I'm not saying that they emulate it, it reminded me of Pink Floyd. I like it, man. It was cool to get the whole Wolfman Jack thing. My those of you who don't know, I in person, I'm not a very talkative person, so I don't speak a lot. So when I do the show, I lose my voice pretty quick. I go through a couple bottles of water or a couple 32-ounce cups of Kool-Aid or something to keep my voice in shape. So if I go too long without hydrating myself, I start doing the Wolfman Jack thing. So I know it's hard to believe probably that I'm a quiet dude, but I am. I don't really I'm one of those people unless it's like it has some sort of like meaning to it, or is in the right place. I don't care to speak that much. I'd rather just listen to people. So yeah, so Adrift for Days, man, I dig it. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a 4 Taka. It was nice. It was good. It was, soothing. I need to hear more of your stuff because I'm curious if that's what you sound like all the time. Because if it is, that's, that's cool. But if you can rock it out too, of course, that's good as well. This next band got the most liked cover art on my post. Beast Wars with Blood Becomes Fire. That's pretty damn metal. I don't think this is going to be soothing. I'm just guessing.
You're listening to Soundcheck with the Moose. get raided in tacos. Only on Soundcheck.
Somehow I feel like the bass player of that band, looked at the producer and said, "Can you make it sound like my bass is being dragged behind a pickup truck on a gravel road?" I mean, can you just make it so overwhelmingly just... And they did a good job because it is overwhelming muddy. And I get it because it does add a good texture to the song. It really gives a certain, and it's unusual too, and I like that. But it's one of those kind of deals where I kind of wish I would have been in the studio with the band and say, "Listen, can we lay down the floppy, really muddy bass during like the verses, and then cut it down about 8,000 dB during the chorus?" Or just the problem is that you can't hardly hear the guitar, and so it kills the crispness of the crispness of the guitar lick. So and that was kind of, and it also got in the way of the vocals a little bit. That guy's got some soul. He's got that Moontooth soul, man. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Blackie Lawless. It's like the guy believes what he's singing. So I liked the song. I would give that a 3.5 taco. I liked it. It just sometimes you need to be muddy. Sometimes you need to not be muddy. So to me, it was a little excessively muddy, but it was cool. It's a good tune, nice sound, lots of soul, which is hard to find in the right places in the world of metal. Yeah, so coming up next is a band called Citadel, and I totally just, like I told you guys, I picked these songs. The song is called a Veiled Accord off of the album The Velvet Tigress. That's smart. What does that mean, Soundcheck listeners? When you have a smart name, that means I expect good things from you. So when you take time to come up with a good title, that means hopefully you've taken time to write a good tune. So I get a feeling this is either going to be great or it's going to suck real bad. So we're getting ready to find out. Citadel on the check.
Take
I will sing my skin and I may touch sound.
Well, with these words, my beloved, venture out, proclaim our love with the blade of
with the latest in high-octane metal moose. You've been weighed, you've been measured, you've been found wanting. Metal Moose. For the latest in high-octane metal moose. Visit them on Facebook at Metal Moose Radio for weekly podcasts and more up-to-date information and events. Metal Moose.
All right, so here's the deal on the Citadel, and I'm going to say this, and a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine, but the Citadel are doing what is, I think, almost the hardest type of music to make fluid. You've got a lot of breakdowns with a lot of different vocal styles and open string chordings, and that is just a monstrous piece of music. So the number one thing I would ask is, are you using a click track? Because if you're not, you need to be, because it sounded a little if you guys, here's the deal, that right there is a damn fine piece of music, but it's really scattered. So if you guys can learn to do that on a click track, make your vocals just seamless. And if you can't pull the vocals off live, man, just put it away. Unless you're going to MIDI track them, and if you're going to MIDI track them, you're going to have to be playing on a click anyway. So there's a lot of stuff going on there. I like the song. It has the potential to be, Hawthorne Heights-esque good, and that's a compliment. But that is hard to pull off. So I like it a lot, and that's a 4 taco tune right there, no doubt about it. But there's some cleanup work that needs to be done, and that, like I said, that style is really, really hard to pull off, but I liked it a lot, man. 4 tacos. Very cool. I figured with a name like that, with those titles, it's smart stuff. It's smart people music. That's a band I could never be in because I can't just ride the E string? Well, I'm out of here. Condone hostile decline on the Soundcheck.
Want to know if you suck?
Hey, you suck.
Send your music to Soundcheck.
This is Izzy Davies and Lieutenant Colonel Lee from Accidental President in Sydney, Australia.
G'day to all you listeners at Metal Moose Radio.
Agitators and flag bearers.
Stay brutal.
See, Condone did it. They had the flappy bass in there, but they highlighted it in a specific part of the song. The guitar track was just brutal, like 8 tracks dumped on top of each other, crisp as a damn Dorito. But when they had that little highlight of the flappy bass, beautiful. Really good song. Nice and brutal, nice and cranky, just nasty, gritty. I'm a fan. I like that. That's a 4.25 taco tune right there. Not bad, man. It's a really crowded scene with that type of band. But here's the deal with that. It's been going on for a really, really, really long time. I can remember when people said, rap would die out, because it was too crowded, and a lot of people say that scene right there has been going on a long time, way, way, way back, and they're still putting out quality music. So I say keep doing what you're doing. You'll find yourself in good places. Get out there and do it live and make people not forget you. You know what I mean? Just keep throwing your name out there and pushing, doing what you're doing. I think you guys will find yourself in good places. So, yeah, man, I'm a fan, and I love it, man. So, like I said, 4.25. If you guys want to send me a shirt, I will wear your shirt. The reason that I ask people to send me shirts is when I wear shirts of bands, they are stoked about it, and they're like, who is that band? Do you like them? And I get to tell people about your band. Because of who I am and what I do, me wearing your shirt, it's a pretty awesome deal. Because people are like, oh, well, Moose is going to know what's up with that band, whether they suck or not. Well, I'm telling you right now, if you suck, I'm not going to wear your shirt. But I would wear you guys' shirt. Very nice. Nice. I'm a fan. I condone more people listening to Condone. Like what I did with that. Was that clever or good? Or anyway. Anyway, yeah, it's Moose. It's Soundcheck. Dawn of Leviathan, which sounds like a family band. Coming up next with a song called Delusions, which is me thinking I'm ever going to be famous doing this. It's a delusion. But, keep the dream alive, baby. Here we go. Metal.
You are listening to the Metal Moose. Find Soundcheck on iTunes, YouTube, iHeartRadio, and in your local taco truck.
Dawn of Leviathan kind of pull off that whole metal thing really well. I mean, that was pretty damn metal. Really, really good. In the vein of, the symphonic black metal kind of thing, which I'm a fan of. So I have been for a long time. Yeah, so I mean, the only bad thing I really have to say about this song is I wish the lead guitar cut through a little bit more, because there was some frighteningly good leads going on in that song, some arpeggio madness, really nice solos in there, and they just were a little buried in the mix, which, like, I totally understand when you're doing a lot of digital, and there's a keyboard in the band and even samples, etc. That it's hard to get that analog amp to cut through all of that stuff. I mean, I get the recording aspect of it, but man, there was a lot of really good guitar work in there that I think should be heard a little bit more. Beyond that, man, really, really good, and fresh enough to be listened to more. Wasn't just Demu clone. You know what I mean? It was good and fresh. It sounded unique enough to stand on its own. I really like it. So I'd give that a 4.25 on the old taco scale there, and I certainly would wear the shirt. I've always encouraged bands to send shirts, especially if you have them in the 3X version, because I like my shirts like my movies. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just a big dude, so I wear a 3X, and if you have one, send it out to me, and I'll wear it, and I'll take a picture and put it up on Facebook. Hey, here's me. I'm supporting this band. They sent me a shirt. Yeah, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I appreciate it if you guys take the chance to do that. Coming up next is a band that I 100% just said, I'm going to play this band because I like the album cover. That's the truth. I mean, if you guys knew the amount of music that I get on a daily basis, it gets kind of insane trying to pick out songs to play, but I saw this one, and I do this a lot, just to be honest with you. I think, hey, this is an interesting album cover, or that's cool. This is one of those, wasn't an interesting album cover. This was one of those, damn, that's metal. I just looked at it and said, no, that's what metal, it looks kind of witchy, kind of woods, witchcraft, skull, and their name is Dead Things. I was like, yeah, the album's called Eternal Decay. I'm in. So we're going to check them out now. Dead Things on Soundcheck. And I'm hoping for good things here because you'll live up to that album cover. Great album cover. It's important.
Text in your request to the Soundcheck Taco Line, 424-666-7356.
Okay, so here's the deal, and I totally dig it. I did the album cover, gets a 2 taco rating straight off the bat, and a lot of people are going to look at it and go, okay, that's boring, skulls, whatever, deer skull, la la la. But I love it. So here's the deal. The guitar tone is the best way I can describe it is it's doo-doo. It's doo-doo guitar tone. It's not aesthetically or audibly pleasing. It's ugly and it's too dirty. I think you need some good guitar tone. That would greatly increase the value of that tune to me. And I also think that the samples of that witchy chant or chorus thing going on was really good, but you couldn't hear it. It was buried in the mix underneath that doo-doo guitar tone. So I'm going to give that song a 3.75 rating, and I would give it a higher rating if the guitar tone was better. So I'm a fan. Dead Things, you got something good going on, but the guitar tone has got to change. Got to. It's too wet. It's too muddy. It's too loose. You know what I mean? It needs to dry up a little bit. It was just so. Yeah. So anyway, man, I dig it. I dig it though. I think if you clean up that guitar tone a little bit, it'd be a lot of fun. I like the Ebo action as well too. That's fun. But yeah, good tune, good album cover, good band. I'd love if you guys would send me an autographed copy of that CD. I just want that artwork in my hands. And yeah, if you can't send a shirt because you don't have shirts, we take. I'd love autographed CDs as well. Just contact me on Facebook if you want to do that. And listen to the Guitar Player Guy. It's nothing against you. I just think that we need to play with some of those knobs on the front of your amp and come up with a little bit of a different guitar tone because it was too wet, if that makes any sense, man. It just needs to dry up a bunch. It needs to get a little bit more crisp because it wasn't crisp. It was like a damn wet pancake. So, but I like it, man. You change that guitar tone, we get a whole different thing going on. Coming up next is a band called PROFOUNDUS. Sounds like something Mayhem would do, right? Kind of like that, but not exactly. Right here on Soundcheck with Moose, coming to you from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, in the Moose Pit Studio.
You're listening to Soundcheck with the Moose. listening to the Metal Moose.
Deep Profoundus is one of those bands that this is just me kind of admitting my amateur musicianship. It's one of those bands that I can't kind of put my finger on, like Cryptopsy and Immolation, and it's just, or Confessor, if you guys are familiar with those guys. Just one of those bands you can't really, it's so mangled and chaotic, but all those bands that I just mentioned, bands that I love, bands that I like their music, but it's I can't really grasp it. I'm not advanced enough musically to understand what the hell's going on. I know that I like it, but I'm just like the rhythms and the tempo and everything is just so bizarre to me that it makes it intriguing, because most things I can pretty much get a grasp on, but bands like that, I'm just like, I'm not sure what the hell's going on here, but I like it. So I'd probably go ahead and give that probably a 4 taco rating. It's something that I'd be interested in listening to more of, just so I can try to put my brain around it, but I can't totally grasp what just happened. I was just like, this is really good. I'm not sure where it's going or how they wrote this, or how in the world are they like a collective brain? Because how do you explain that to somebody else and try to teach them to go along with it? That's just way past my brain pattern. So Deep Profoundus, if you're into that kind of thing, man, really good stuff. Really, and that's one of those things that I think you have a hard time. Another band that's like that, Emperor, another band, you're just like, what? Whoa, what is happening right now? So yeah, man, if you're into stuff like that is challenging, because it's challenging to me, then you can't go wrong with the Deep Profoundus. Yeah, man. So hope you guys are having a good time listening to the show. Thanks for listening wherever you're at. Thanks to witchcasket.co.uk. Very witchy. Love it.
The Moose rocks Colorado.
that I can't possibly love life, that I'm a very unhappy man, or must be a very unhappy man. And I would say that I'm a very happy man, an extremely happy man, in a compulsively unhappy world.
Where you get rated in tacos, only on Soundcheck.
There are a few times in my musical journey through life that when I hear the audacity and aggression and unfiltered just angst come out of, you know, the speakers, that I'm like, man, wow, there's some serious dedication to the craft going on here. And Exposed just threw down such a gut punch. That was really, really genuine, good, heavy dose music that was right damn up my alley. Really liked that. Really like 4.5 taco rating. Really like. Nicely done. Something I could listen to more of quite a lot. So I'm a fan. Yeah, most definitely. That's one of those that may be in the top of 2017 right there. That was really damn good. Hey, by the way, I wanted to tell you guys real quick about a sponsor. For people who have spas out there, want to get your spa fixed up, facebook.com/fixaspa, FIXASPA, Fix a Spa. Number one stop source for everything you need for your hot tub. Chemicals, filters, parts, supplies, hot tub covers, accessories, and service in the Oklahoma City area. The only thing you don't get from Fix a Spa is the ladies to put in the spa. Still working on that one. But trust me, check them out. Facebook.com/fixaspa. They're going to take care of you and your spa needs. I need a spa, so I personally, yeah, I would like a hot tub or a spa. Either one or both would be fine. One of these days, I'm going to, make like $12 off of the show or something. Then I'll have a little bit of hope. Facebook.com/fixaspa. Do it. Coming up next is a band called Forged in Black with The Price. Pay the price. Pay the price. Oh, yeah, right. That's what I meant to say. Mm-hmm.
The Moose rocks Oklahoma.
rock fans. This is T. Singh,
Matt Vogt, Rob Pace,
and Joe Sanchez, and we're from
Drama Queen.
You're listening to the Metal Moose Radio Show where
Oklahoma rocks.
Forged in Black, they're throwing down hardcore, man. That was really good. That was like, that's what used to be called power metal before, you know, Hammerfall and Gamma Ray and all that stuff came around. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with those bands, but prior to that, you know, kind of gallopy Sonata Arctica thing was around. That's what you called power metal, was that right there. Really, really cool, cathedral-esque kind of high vocal, falsetto, just straight ahead power metal rock. You know, Iron Maiden was, you know, kind of power metal. So it's that early Iron Maiden influence kind of stuff, which all the power metal came from Iron Maiden. So just in case you weren't aware, if you happen to be a younger person, which a younger person doesn't know who the hell Hammerfall is, so it's kind of a useless statement. But anyway, good old school power metal there. I'm a fan. I'd give that a 4. Probably a 4.25, actually. Really liked that. Just real basic, real pure, at the roots of heavy metal kind of stuff right there. I'm a big fan. That was really cool. Like, I could put that on my phone, put it in my Spotify list, and listen to that more often. Good stuff. Really, really cool. So I'm giving that, you know, some good markings there, because that... a lot of the stuff that I play on the show is, it's kind of stuff that I think maybe the younger kids who, you know, only listen to Slipknot and you know, stuff like that, or, you know, Black Veil Brides or whatever, the Falling in Reverse, all that stuff, need to hear where their music came from. It's kind of a history lesson, if you will. So I don't know. That's just me. I'm a dork. I'm way too obsessed with music. It's but that's why I do this, because I love it, and it's my escape, and I want to share it with people. So it's not illegal to share this either. So, you know, a lot of people share things that are illegal, and they share things that can give STDs. You can't get the STDs from my show. I mean, not that I know of anyway. Just don't do anything weird with the computer. Frozen Ocean to end things off, coming up right now on Soundcheck. Get on it.
You're listening to the Metal Moose.
mic on? Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is a soundcheck. Make yourself never come on with another one. Metal moves to your speakers hotter than the sun. Dropping new bands that you never heard before. Seen as a kid, they will play it all around the world. Lots of hits on the track, they don't like to shout. They're not talking to the party and we'll shut them down. Independent radio is the future now. Turn it up, tell a friend. It's showtime.
All right. Thanks, everybody who listened to the show today. It's a big deal to me wherever you're listening to us, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Spreaker, Mixcloud, wherever you're listening to us from. Thank you. Tune in as well. Thanks so much for being here. It's a big deal to us and all the radio stations that carry the show. Thank you as well. You know, we love our affiliates. It's a big deal. I hope you guys like the new intro. That's a lot of fun. New intro, new bumpers. Only took a few years. So real quick, I'm going to get into this because it's important, because these guys came to me. They said, Moose, you got a bunch of people that listen to your show. Got a bunch of people that are into metal, and we know some of them are into sports too. So listen, if you're watching the games, it's time to start making money with the games, right? MyBookie, these people are the industry-leading website that hooks you up for your betting needs. With their good odds, fast payouts, and decades of expertise, you can bet with confidence, man. Your team doesn't even have to win. That's the cool part about it. You just need to cover the spread and lay down some cash and get some money out of it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just watch the game. Earn some money doing it, man. You know, when you go to mybookie.ag, it's basically your bet is as important as who you're betting on, and that's important. You go to mybookie.ag. You don't have to take my word for it. Just go there, check them out yourself, look at it. They have game in, live betting, and mobile site that makes wagering easy on the go, easier than ever, basically. You can also check their online casino if you'd rather play blackjack instead of doing sports. People do that there as well. Go to mybookie.ag. They'll match your deposit with up to a 100% bonus. mybookie.ag. Use the promo code MOOSE to activate the offer. You play, you win, you get paid. It's as simple as that. And listen, man, do you know how much money were made on the Chicago Cubs for like 85 years? Millions and millions and millions of dollars, because people knew they sucked. So people would bet against them. There's another team that's doing that right now for many years. The Cleveland Browns suck. Put down some money on the Cleveland Browns. Go to mybookie.ag. I know people don't think like that, but really think about it here. We all know the Cleveland Browns suck. They're going to lose. Bet against them. They're going to win money. It's a really simple. If you don't understand the spread, man, all the explanations on the site. mybookie.ag. Go there, type in promo code MOOSE. Listen, if you're not real confident, you don't just do $20 or something, you know, grow some confidence, win a few games, go back when you start winning, start getting that money. You're like, hey man, I'm into this. It's money and I can bet on a crappy team I know is going to lose. Or listen, you know, if you're like me, you're watching the game, Florida just lost their quarterback, right? So they're going to go to their second string quarterback. Chances of winning next week, pretty slim. This is a no-brainer. Go bet against them. It's a big deal, man. And they came to me, which I think is the coolest thing in the world. They're like, dude, Moose, make this happen. So I'm doing my best to make it happen. mybookie.ag. Promo code MOOSE. Just do it. Then also, you know, make sure and check out our friends at Fix a Spa. If you have a spa and you need stuff for it, you need it fixed or yada, 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 facebook.com/fixaspa. Man, had a really good time this week. A lot of good bands on the show, a lot of cool instrumentals, 2 cool instrumentals that were really good. A song about a groundhog and a groundkeeper. You can't beat that. So, listen, man, I mentioned at the beginning of the show, I'll mention it again, I'm not into getting into using tragedies for attention. But do us all a favor, like I said at the beginning, if you want to post something, be a part of the solution, not part of the problem. You know what I mean? We don't need to just gunk up the airwaves with garbage. Tell people how they can help, or help yourself, or donate money. Do whatever you need to do. Just don't waste our time with anything unless it's helpful to the cause. And beyond that, man, I hope you guys have a great week. Witchcasket.co.uk. Make sure and check them out. It's one of the coolest subscription services for people into witchcraft and the arts of magic. It's really cool. I love their stuff. Check them out. Let them know the Moose sent you if you're into that. And I say it at the end of every show. I'm going to say it again. You wake up, you kick ass, you be kind, you repeat. It's how we do things in the world of the Moose. Take care of each other. We appreciate each other. We support each other. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what religion you are. I don't give a damn. You support me, I support you. This is America. That's what we do. We take care of each other. End of story. More people need to figure that out, because hurting and killing people isn't going to do anything. Support each other. Take care of each other, man. Love you guys. I appreciate you being here. I really do. You'll never understand how much it means to me that you come and listen to the show. It's a big deal. Big, big deal. So listen, guys, go to mybookie.ag. Put your money down against the Cleveland Browns. Trust me on that. And make yourself some money. And until next time, do me a favor and don't ever forget, always stay thick. See you next time.
All rights to the music heard on the Metal Moose are reserved by the authors, their labels, or authorized representatives that permitted their material to be used. The Metal Moose holds no rights to any music played on the show. Go to themetalmoose.com to submit your music to be heard on the show. Metal Moose accepts donations of money, Cheetos, bacon, and naked pictures. Thank you for tuning in and subscribe on iTunes. Rock out while you rack out, and consider yourself moosed.